Coming up, we return to Stanedge Golf Club to find out how the business is progressing.
Life is quite different now, I have to say. It is really different.
A huge shock hits the team.
I always said, don't worry, we'll get through this.
And can the business hit its 5-year target? Over the last 2 years, golf clubs around the UK have benefited from a surge in demand, with 2 million more people playing the game. Now the challenge for clubs around the country is to continue to meet the needs of these new and existing customers. For Stanedge, that means the changes continue inside and out.
The business has progressed really well. We've continued to make an awful lot of changes inside and outside. I think one of the biggest things towards obviously the start of the season in 2022, we did have a massive overhaul of the staff outside. So we've got a brand new greenkeeping team. So that was really one of the first changes that I suppose we made since you guys were last here. They're doing an absolutely tremendous job. You know, I can't compliment them enough on what they're doing. They've completely transformed the golf course again. Just their attention to detail, the definition they've provided. I know we touched on playability towards the winter when we chatted last. You know, the golf course is open much more. I feel very proud of the greenkeeping team, without a shadow of a doubt.
While the golf course remains Fame's #1 priority, it was also important for the business to have a profitable bar and restaurant. Recently rebranded to Tyzac's Bar and Bistro, the restaurant is attracting new faces to Stanedge with its open and welcoming ethos, regular events and locally sourced produce. Chef Anthony, who's just joined the team, is the person making sure things run smoothly behind the scenes.
When I was about, 13, 14, I came up here and played with my friends and his dad. And the transformation from then, it's unbelievable. It's night and day from when I last played on it. The thing with Fame is she never stops. She's always improving, striving to improve the facilities. And all I can see is it getting better and bigger in the future. I feel like we're building something and it's already excellent. And I look forward to seeing what it will, end up being in the end, because it's, like I say, it's amazing. It's a beautiful area. It's one of the most picturesque areas in Derbyshire, especially when you look from the patio. And when people come in the summer, we serve food outside in the summer, and I do the pizza ovens, and people sit out that side, and it's you'd think they're in Spain. Everybody's so relaxed, and they love the food, and there's not a better sight to see.
While the business has continued to progress, last year it was hit with a shock no one was prepared for. Complications after surgery led Fame to become gravely ill in hospital, casting uncertainty over the future of Stanedge Golf Club. An extended period of recovery meant she was sidelined from the business for a matter of months, forcing the team to cope in her absence.
Literally, I was kind of here one day and the next day, I wasn't coming into work. And that was for a good, significant period of time. So I've had to step away from the business, which has been forced. And actually, reflection's a wonderful thing. And I've had to draw on an awful lot of positives from that. It's made me look at how I operate. It's made me look at, obviously, the functionality of the business. And it's made me probably address, my own time management. Being here 7 days a week, 365 days a year was just not possible, year in, year out. But with it being forced, it's made me realise that actually I can start to take some time away from the business.
The first year was like, this was a shock to us all, Fame becoming ill. But we coped, and I always said, don't worry, we'll get through this. And I always remained positive, and I put positivity into our staff, and it's got us through, and it's made us all a very stronger team.
I think the biggest thing that's happened is everyone else's roles and responsibilities within my staff, so they have had to have more responsibility. Has that been kind of forced upon them? One could argue in the initial stage, yes.
I had to interact more with the members and say, there's only 2 of us or 3 of us today, please bear with us. It's more about, to me, It's always about customer communication as well. As long as you communicate with your customers, you know, rather than them coming and expect something. You know, if I put that communication out there and say, there's only 3 of us on today or 2 of us on today, communication is key.
But it's made me realise that now the business is in a position that I'm in a position that I can leave it a little bit more, or step away, should I say, not just leave it, and take some time out for myself. And actually there's more to life than just Stanedge Golf Club. It's different, and I can honestly say, sitting here now, that I will never go back to being here 7 days a week.
Stanedge Golf Club has been through a period of intense and rapid change inside and out. When Fame took over nearly 5 years ago, it was a failed business in desperate need of repair. But in a short space of time, it has been transformed into a contemporary, welcoming venue, appealing to customers from the local community and beyond, and exceeding their expectations along the way. So much so it has hit its 5-year target ahead of schedule. So now what does the future hold for Stanedge Golf Club?
Well, it's already exciting as it is, you know, as membership is growing. You know, even visitors what play here, we get 5-star reviews, and that's what excites me. I want people to come to this course, and I want them to have the most pleasant experience they possibly can. Not only outside playing golf, but also inside. And that's what, you know, I tell my staff constantly. Let people come, make sure they leave happy, but they always do, they always do.
I'm super ambitious. I am so driven. You know, even when I've not been well and I've been at home, obviously, you know, the business is at the forefront of my mind and it has been a focus. But moving forward, the excitement almost of Stanedge. When I first took over in 2019, and I was outside and on the mowers, and I was inside and, you know, knocking down walls and doing all of those things, that element has obviously certainly gone. So the excitement for me of the business is still here, and obviously the ambition to keep pushing forward and obviously grow. Our core values obviously still remain the same, but obviously the business has changed and developed. So I've had to change, everyone's had to change and be on that journey with us. I mean, I always wanted this to be the best 9-hole facility, not only in the county or the Midlands, but within the whole of England, really. And that's something that I still strive for.